everyone, welcome back to the BVTV channel, and today here in the World Championship Basketball League, we're on episode 4, Battle of the Worst is the name, because we have the two worst teams going at it right here, the Tucson Stingers and the San Francisco Anarchy. Now, Tucson, this actually is a conference match. I was about to call it a an inter conference thing, but it's actually the Western Conference teams going at it here. You're probably wondering why I chose them, and the reason for that being, I knew I probably wasn't going to get these guys on there. Like, I still got to find a way to incorporate the Gladiator. Like, a couple of teams have just been absolutely not doing too well this first half of the year, and it'll just be all about trying to get them hopefully on the right track. But no, this game here was quite interesting. I didn't want to harp on it too much. I thought 10 minutes was me being a little bit generous to them for this. Look at that beautiful steal, Carmelo Anthony. A nice dunk. This is actually one of my favorite arenas just because of how cool it looks. We're in the Coca-Cola Center. I mean, just look at the palette and everything, and I thought it was pretty dope. Now, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that if my photos does well and can hold up, there should be no reason to why I can't have a game or a or a set thing. I really don't know. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Oh yeah, I don't have a video that isn't going to be messed up or isn't going to be in a 50-second delay. Can you imagine a 50-minute delay on a 20-minute video? How would it even work? Like, honestly, I'm really curious about that. But anyway, getting to the action. So we've already missed it most of the first quarter. A nice little foul there. It's actually Tuscan down by 7 already. It's 18-11. But look at this. We got one of the Tuscan singers going to the line. This is Gary Trent Jr. Yep, Gary Trent Jr. Hits both of them. Easy peasy for him. We get 18-13. Bill Russell is now on this team. I know last week, you guys heard me calling Bill Russell Moses Malone. Then I realized on paper I had the wrong paper. So yeah, I'm glad I caught that early. And that was a nice foul, and he still hit that. Serge Ibaka, man. All right, so we kind of transported into the second quarter here. It's quite interesting because, as you can see, the score line didn't really change. I felt like that was a run-of-the-mill thing for quite a while in this game. And it's funny. There goes Derek. That's funny. You got like all the former greats on one team here. Literally, either they passed their prime or they just kind of fell off completely. And it's interesting because I looked at the Tucson Stingers roster, and in my head, this team should easily be 500. What's happening in Tucson? Maybe it's that they don't play in Phoenix. Maybe it's that. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, they need to get themselves on track. I mean, this game looks competitive now, but you'll see as we go forward in a little bit why it really was not. Look at this, a beautiful. Oh, Drew Holiday, you almost you hoodwinked me. You lied to me, man. I thought you were going for a dunk. I was about to like hype you up, and then you go for a layup. Still nothing wrong with that. But anyway, moving forward here. Nice little shot, misfire from Carmelo. So I think soon what I'll wind up doing is after episode 5, I'm going to start trying to put the stat lines in there. I keep forgetting, and I know I definitely forgotten this one. But after episode 5, I'll have the stat lines. I want to check out the league stats with you guys, the power rankings, the all-star voting, what people may be in what contests do I think, so on and so on, things like that, really. And I will be streaming the the first ever all-star game for the World Championship Basketball League. I think it's something that definitely needs to be done. And, I'm kind of excited for it, to be honest. This nice little... Oh, never mind. He gets stripped. Never mind. Close, but no cigar. I am really looking forward to how a lot of teams this year. I may lift the rule on year one for teams to not be able to just simply put relocate immediately. One bad year in the debut year, I feel like it may be a little bit unfair for them. So that may be something I look into potentially, of like making sure that teams are going to be able to have a fighting chance. Maybe give them an extra year after this, because this would be if this does really well, guys. I have a whole plan for year two that I really want to implement, and one of the major things that I believe you guys will really enjoy is being that I want a 16-team bracket. I do not feel that the conferences can be easily balanced, So my goal, my goal, is to hope that I can get the best playoff performance out of the top 16 teams while they are ranked. So now we won't have just the top 8 East teams. We won't have just the top ranked West teams. Now that'll be a thing of the past. My goal is to make sure that we have the best performance. That means we could have the top 3 teams in the conference, and then the playoffs of the Eastern Conference be the top 3, while the Western Conference could be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You guys get the whole point. That's my goal, because it makes it competitive, it makes it fun, and we could potentially see 2 Eastern Conference teams make the playoffs, which I think you guys would really enjoy. It'd be different. We'd be changing the guard, as they would say. I think that's what they say nowadays. I don't know. I'm not really up to date with the lingo. It's so sad. I'm really not up to date with the lingo of today. And it's funny, it's my generation too. Well, not I was the generation before this, but not. You guys get what I'm saying. Anyway, going into the game, I feel like we've completely just forgotten about this game. I feel like we've given them no attention. Oh, what was that? Shy but beautiful shot. Bill Russell, the man, the myth, the legend, man. It's funny because the Anarchy are 34th. Oh my god, in assist. Yikes. But overall, as you guys can tell, this game's kind of a blowout. I mean, Drew Holiday, did he hit the 3 and get the foul? Let's take a replay. Boom! Get out the way. One more time. Boom! That was awesome. But yeah, anyway, it's 49-30, and I think the lead at one point in this game gets like tripled almost. Like whatever they have, it's like a significant lower amount. Yeah, so I'm gonna try my best, because my photos thing is stopping and freezing. I expect this point, so my goal is to make sure I can like make it best. If it freezes, I stop my audio real quick, put it back on once it stops freezing. That's my goal, to make sure we don't have any latency issues. I would much rather have it to where it's like a second or 2 behind than 50 seconds behind a video. That's where I'm at this point. Because unfortunately, I just don't have the finances or technology to get the proper video editing tools I would need. And so I'm gonna start doing after episode 5 is I'm gonna be commentating while I'm recording the game on my PS4. And I'll take the commentary off of that to make it cooler and stuff, So that way it flows more. That way when I do it and I take out whatever minutes I have, it'll keep that audio there, and it'll be a lot more fluid than what we'll be getting this month. So it'll be a lot more better coming soon, or coming your way at least. But this game overall has been kind of I feel bad for Tuxans that they weren't. Oh my. Like, they're trying. I give the Stingers credit, man. They really are trying. Let's at least give them that, Like, it's not like they're just sitting there laying down like, all right, you guys win. No, that's not the Stinger way, but man, oh man. I think they're not the worst team yet. I believe the worst team at the moment. Oh, wait, no, I think they are the worst team. Never mind. I thought it was the Seattle Revolution. I was like, wait, no, they definitely have more wins than Seattle. Or Seattle has more wins than Tuscan. In a game like this, 115-82. I mean, like, there's just not much you can really do here, Like, you're kind of screwed. It's one of those things that like sucks to suck, I guess. And as I said, the Stingers don't have a team that I feel should be doing this bad. Like, I really do believe that this team is quite good. So to see them struggling is kind of shocking compared to some of the rosters that some teams have, to where they have they have good starters and they have a horrible bench. The Tuscan Stingers have a horrible bench, but good starters. So it's kind of like, I believe it should balance itself out to be kind of average, you know? But anyway, at the end of this game, the San Francisco Anarchy defeat the Tuscan Stingers 115-82. I mean, dominant performance by them, and it makes them look good now. So, this should be a little bit of confidence for Tuscan. But anyway, we're going to the next game, which is the Jacksonville Elite hosting the Long Beach Defenders. Here we go. And I do apologize about a lot in this video. You'll see that I kind of trimmed quite a bit out because the glare and everything in the stadium was kind of a little bit hard to deal with for me. So I can imagine how it feels for you guys. I mean, why is it blinking as you guys see it there? It makes no sense to me, you know? So I try to cut out as many parts as I can for this without making this super short. But, overall, then this was a game that, surprisingly, these two guys were even. I think they were both 11-11 at the time. I believe that was the record, 11-11. And I'm really surprised just how well these two teams played against each other. But, but going to the game, I feel like I've been talking more than actually, talk about the game. So let's go straight into this one, shall we? Here goes Kobe. Oh wait, no, never mind. Buddy Hield. As soon as I seen Kobe on my screen flip, I was like, no. Buddy Hield is, oh my gosh. I had such high expectations for Buddy Hield when he came out the draft. I'm really hoping that the World Championship Basketball League can really bring that out of him. I mean, he's got Stephon Marbury at point guard, and I really do believe this is his time to shine. Because if he can't do it now, and in a league that's supposed to create equalness in terms of the teams, of course, if you draft a guy like LeBron James or Anthony Davis, that guy's gonna be a franchise changer, But my thing with Buddy Hield, I feel like he has unlimited potential, and I believe that the way he is on the Long Beach Defenders, this could be his team to make his. This could be where he kind of becomes a leader, so to speak. But it's gonna take a lot of development for him, and that's what I feel is gonna ascend him. And the Long Beach Defenders so far have done a great job of maintaining success. And I know I'm saying that in an early time, but I mean, this team, a lot. I do believe at this point, and a lot of the analysts, like the Eric guy, who's the power ranking dude in this game, feels the same way. So I believe that you could see, don't sleep on the Long Beach Defenders. They're coming for the throats. They're coming for the throne. They want that WCB championship. But no, the Long Beach, though, they're a serious threat. And Jacksonville's starting to get up there. Let's not sleep on Jacksonville. Good foul, though. But Long Beach is definitely going to be a problem for a lot of teams. And they've already showed that. And I wouldn't be surprised to have a couple of all-stars. I mean, they have Elgin Baylor, who in the early going was a phenomenal small forward, folks. A phenomenal small forward. They have guys who are defensively minded and offensively sound. That is the perfect and most lethal mix you can have. If I'm being honest with you guys, it's the literal perfect mix you can have. Right, so I honestly, even as I'm looking at this, folks, I still can't even see. When I was in the game, I couldn't even see the score line for the Elite. So I was always guessing, because when you have white on white lettering, you're not seeing anything. So I thought, I don't know how their little things work. The Long Beach thing has got the blue and the red. That makes sense. But like how Jacksonville's is white and gray, but I don't literally see a lick of gray anywhere. So I'm kind of confused on why they don't have black and white on the bottom, the black on the top. That's just my thing. But hey. But no. Anyway, this game, like I said, this game was one of my most favorites to watch. I felt that it was very intense. I mean, two teams who Long Beach, I feel definitely took advantage of Cam Reddish. They definitely schooled that boy in this game, to be honest with you guys. But no, overall, here in the second quarter, we got 305. Josh Richardson. By the way, Josh Richardson for Long Beach is their sixth man. That just shows you how in-depth this team is. You want to talk about powerhouse? Josh Richardson as a six-man, a guy who can come off the bench and dominate. And as a perennial just scoring threat at all times, you're asking for a lot of trouble to deal with that, especially when you put some of your starters out. Definitely a massive game changer. And no, don't take anything away from the elite. The elite have Kyrie Irving, a guy who is I can't call him a general. And the reason why I say that is Kyrie Irving, folks, is lights out. Don't get me wrong. He's got Kobe Bryant. So you have the Mamba. You have the Mamba. You have one of the greatest shooting guards of all time. As you guys know, I don't believe that there is a thing of all of the GOATs. I don't believe in that, but I say you are one of the all-time greats. You belong on the greatest of all time charts. But I don't think there is a solo GOAT. And Kobe Bryant, in many ways, I feel redefined the shooting guard position. And you have that guy along with Kyrie Irving. So this was such a game that was so intense, and so in between. It was a tough one to call. There was so much talent in this game, and as we're seeing here, the domination, literally, on both sides. It shows the skill levels, and I would love to see these two guys go at it again as well. This is an intra-conference game, so it rarely happens, but this is one that definitely needs to be ran back. Look at DeAndre Ayton talking smack. We see you, DeAndre. Then they should have called the foul on Nikola Jokic. They should have called the foul. Oh, they did call the foul. Elgin Baylor, I think, was the one who just smacked him in the spine. See, I'm liking those types. That's a good call, ref. But is it awesome to see? Hell yeah, it is. This is going 1 from 2 from the line. But listen, it's been physical, it's been intense, and you gotta love it. Yeah, so right now, I think I've done a great job at, monitoring my, thing. I think it should only have, a 1 second delay this time, so I'm kind of happy about that, That I'm working really hard to not have a delay in this episode, if I'm being honest. Because, man, is it such a pain. Because, I set high expectations for myself when I produce videos for you guys. And when it doesn't go to plan, I kind of feel I feel like I kind of let you guys down sometimes. So, I try to give out the top-notch videos as I possibly can within my budget, which is 0. But sometimes free stuff doesn't want to always work that way. But no, at this point in the game, like I said, it's been dope. It's been turned up. I've enjoyed it. But overall, this game kind of winds down. In many ways, this is a good evaluation for both teams. I definitely felt that. Going into it, these two teams were evenly matched, in my opinion. At least on paper, they were evenly matched. So to see the outcome the way it looked like, oh, never mind. Josh Richardson almost had me there. But Nikola Jokic, I know he's actually in the running for the MVP this year. So at least in our thing, he's actually in the running for MVP. So if he wins, I would be excited. It's been a while since we've seen a big man win MVP. At least in real life. So if our first, WCB MVP is a guy like Nikola Jokic, I don't think we could really complain. It shows how talented he is in a league that's dominated by, just so much star talent from the past, the present, the legends, the icons, the GOATs, whatever you want to call them. What a bullet pass to Stephon Marbury. Wow. Right, Marbury's going to do the smart thing, run out the clock. And this one is all over. Wait, look at that. Unfortunately for the Elite, they do lose. But it was a hell of a game. The Long Beach Defenders defeat the Elite on the road 116 to 103. But with that being said, let's go straight into the final here at the standings. In the Eastern Conference of the Atlantic Division, We have the Bronx Goons, who are in first place for the first time in this series at 19-9. You have the Toronto Bowlers, who dropped 19-11. The Montreal Venom 18-10. East Rutherford Vigilantes 16-9. The Province Lobsters 12-13. The Buffalo Bombers 9-18. Let's go on to the Central Division. The Columbus Knights 17-11. The Cincinnati Reapers at an 18-13. The Pittsburgh Unit at a 13-13. The Chicago Gravediggers at 12-15. Meanwhile, the Detroit Bad Boys are 12-16, and the Baltimore Gliders are 6-20. Not a good record, but anyway, the Southeast Division, the Virginia Beach Dragons 21-8. The Louisville Pythons, who are 16-9. Then we have the Richmond Mafia 15-10. The Jacksonville Elite 16-11. The Nashville Outlaws 10-17. And the Tampa Bay Pirates, who are 8-19. Let's go on to the Western Conference, the Southwest Division. The Fort Worth Tornadoes, who are 17-10. The Albuquerque Biohazards, who are 18-12. The El Paso Marauders, 13-13. The Memphis Royals, who are 14-16. The Austin Broken Skulls, who are 10-18. The Tucson Stingers, who are a horrible, is that 8-21, I believe? Or 6-20, my bad. Then anyway, the Northwest Division, we had the Las Vegas Inferno 19-10. The Vancouver Lynx were 18-12. The St. Louis Tunes and Omaha Bulldogs 14-3. The Colorado Spring Bobcats, who are 13-15. And the Seattle Revolution, who are 9-18. Then last place, the Pacific Division, the Anaheim Demons, who are 15-10, or 16-10, my bad, sorry. Then we have the Long Beach Defenders 14-11. The San Diego Steamers 14-13. The Anchorage Sharks 11-14. The Honolulu Reign 9-19, and last but not least, the San Francisco Anarchy, who are 8-20. Folks, this has been a fun one. So with that being said,